So you're wondering how to get into private practice and how to make it work? Well, let's talk about it. If you're watching this or clicked on this video, I'm assuming you're either A, still in school, about to get out, trying to figure out what to do, if you want to go private practice, if you want to go group practice. B, you're out of school, you're an LPCA, and you're really wanting to go private practice now that they've changed the rules and we can do it on our own. Or C, you've been out for a while, you're in group practice, and you're like, I don't think I want to do this. I want to beat to the sound of my own drum and have my own private practice, but I have nowhere to start. Then let's talk about how I did it. Hi, my name is Tiffany. I am Journey with Tiffany. If you haven't noticed, thanks for joining me or coming back to see me if you're already one of my Journey fam. But if not, let's talk about how I got into private practice and a little bit about Headway, because that's why you clicked on this video. So I have been a therapist since 2020 when I passed my state board exam in November, and then shortly after went immediately into group practice. And then I have been in private practice for a little bit over a year now. So it's my credentials. I am actually an MFT major, but I challenged the LPC and got my LPC license here in the state of Texas. So those are my credentials, and I always knew, even going into group practice, that I wanted to do private practice. That was always the big goal for me since ever knowing I wanted to be a therapist. And I also just kind of like to beat to the sound of my own drum. I don't like people micromanaging me and telling me what to do. I love the freedom that it seems like people in private practice had to really treat their patients and clients with individual care, because they didn't have a whole bunch of people thrown at them at once. And so that was always a big goal for me. And so I did set myself up and saved and did all the things to try to head into private practice. That I will say for a whole nother video of how I got here and what I did, as well as what I think about therapy now that I've been a therapist for a few years. But today, just about Headway. So I was thinking to myself, how in the world do I go into private prac and I'm not married? I don't have a huge savings or silver spoon in my mouth. I don't have any of that. What do I do? And someone mentioned Headway, Alma. There's a few other ones specific to, different genres, different races, things like that. But I just kept hearing Headway and Alma over and over and over. Someone first reached out to me about Alma, and I've heard wonderful things about Alma, and I heard that they really do fill your schedule, but they are $125 for the membership per month, or you can do it per year. And starting out, I thought that's not a good idea to already start out with extra expenses on top of going out into the world and not having a whole bunch. And so Headway is free 99, okay? So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go with Headway and see how that works. I will tell you, I have loved Headway so far. The hardest thing about the platform to me is navigating it to get to some kind of help, if you will. But once you get it, you got it, and it's not a problem. So Headway is free. Alma does charge, and so I went with Headway, and I have stuck with Headway. I've often played with the idea of going with Alma, but I just can't fathom that 125 right now. So I stick with Headway. And so Headway has been my preferred platform. It is how and why I left my group practice. I even started with that before I left my group practice. They are a feeder company, so people can sign up with their insurance and it will bring up everybody in network for them, and then they can choose from that. So you create a profile just like you do if you were to go to Psychology Today or something like that, and it feeds these people everybody in their network, and then they can schedule a consult with you based on your schedule, what you have blocked off and what you don't. And then you can kind of work it out from there. They do all of the credentialing for you. They handle all of the insurance side of things for you. You don't have to do anything. It is literally a plug and play once you get everything onboarded. You can use their platform or you can use your own EHR platform. I chose to use Simple Practice because I had already started with them. I liked how it was formatted and all of that. And so I stick with Simple Practice, and I do pay a fee for that. But if you really wanted to cut costs and didn't want to have that overhead either, you could literally just stick with Headway because it has its own built-in notation system and everything. You literally could stop right there. It is a one-stop shop. So it has all the templates you need. You can send them all of the assessments that you need to send them over and over if you want to. You can do your consults through there. You can have your visits through there. You can literally do everything through Headway if you need to. That's what I love about Headway, and it's all free. It's all free. They have every type of note set up for you that you can just click on, and it formats that for you, and you just kind of plug and play there. It even tells you what the insurances want or are looking for in the note so that you can have a guide if you needed it. It really is useful and beneficial. Now, I opt to go off of the platform, and I only use Headway for my insurance purposes. So I run my people, even my private pay, they have insurance and they want to use their insurance, I will send them through Headway and see if their insurance verifies first. And if so, I will process their insurance through Headway, but do my notes in Simple Practice. But that is just a personal choice. You do not have to do that. You literally could get Headway and stop right there, which is what I love about it. So I have both people being referred to me from Headway, as well as if I get a Psychology Today phone call, a random person off the street, a referral, somebody coming to me from my old group practice that I used to see. I run everybody through Headway unless they want to pay cash to see if their insurance verifies. And if it does, then I get them fully verified. I see them on my Simple Practice platform. And then at the end of it, I go back to Headway and I click done, plug in the information, and it processes their information through insurance for me. And I get paid at the end of the month. So speaking of payments with Headway happen on the 15th and the last day of every month. So it is on a schedule. You can see your payments at all times as they add up over time, because there is a payments tab over to the side that you can click on, and it will show you every time you hit submit of a client, you get to see that balance build up. I love, love, love that, because you know what to expect on payday. It gives you a measure for like, okay, I want to see 8 more people because I want to actually reach this amount of money. So then you know you need to open up 8 more slots or see 8 more clients. And so I really, really love that feature. You can control your schedule. So again, I see people through Simple Practice. And so if I don't want people to be able to schedule consults with me through Headway, I can just go and close off slots and leave only slots open that I want them to be able to schedule me with me on. And so, and vice versa, if I have someone scheduled with me on Simple Practice and I want to make sure it reflects on Headway so nobody schedules, I can go and block it off. So if you do it the way I do it, you also have to make sure that you can either sync the calendars, or if you don't pay for that payment service, if you don't pay for that plan, then you have to manually go in and sync them by matching them up, making sure that Headway matches your other EHR, whatever you're using. And so you will just block off every time somebody schedules with you if they're not, if you're not working through Headway only. So not hard at all. It just is one extra step. It works for me. I just do it right there when I'm scheduling. I do my one EHR, I go right over to Headway and I do it. Even if they are private pay, I still go block it off on Headway to make sure that nobody schedules a consult during that time. And guys, sorry for any sounds you might hear in the middle of this. I do have a newborn that is in the back, and she can probably hear me and is making little sounds. So if you hear that, please just ignore it. But anyways, Headway has been so beneficial for me going into private practice. I know for sure I wouldn't have been able to do it unless I had Headway. Headway gave me the confidence to know that I could walk away and still possibly get clients without having to super advertise. You do create a profile on there so people can see you and see what you're about, see your photos, see what you love to work with, see what your modalities are, all of those things. And they can connect with you because they resonate with what you wrote. It's pretty much like Psychology Today, but without having to pay for it. I love, love, love that. They don't even take out of your pay. They get paid by Headway gets paid by the insurance companies. You can see what you're gonna get from every code that you you plug in at the end. You know what you're going to get from that client when you process out. You can see their copay and you're able to tell them their copay. But I just love the freedom that it gave me walking out the door. I didn't feel like I was totally alone walking out of that door. Again, if you're married or something of the sort where it gives you a little extra cushion to fall back on, you know, that's the whole vibe. But if you're not, it's so scary and hard to walk away from your 9-to-5 salary job, even if it's crappy, and actually go into private practice for yourself and hope that people will come find you, or having to advertise all over the world. It didn't feel like that for me. It felt like I could get started, before I even walked out, and already have things coming in, and B, I was going to be okay because I didn't have to panel myself, if you will, with insurance companies, which I heard is just a whole mess and super hard to do. This did it for me. It doesn't charge me anything to do it, and that was best case scenario for me. And so if you are a single mom, if you're a mom period, you just want to work from home, you've always wanted your own, private practice, Headway is a good start. Headway is a really good start. I do also utilize Psychology Today with Headway, and then I have my EHR system. So I think that if you are looking to try one out, I see all kinds of bad stuff on like Instagram and things like that, and I don't know why. I'm not being flooded with clients, but I have gotten many clients through Headway. And I personally probably run most clients through there even more so than I get referred, but I love it. I love that I can get someone from Psychology Today calling me, and then I run them through Headway for their insurance. Boom, they're verified, and we can get going. I love that for them, and I also love that for me. So it is beneficial whether you're running clients through there yourself or being referred clients by them. And there's they're always coming up with different ways to advertise yourself on there, different ways to put yourself out there. They're always, credentialing you with more and more insurance companies. You can also close those off if you decide you don't want to take Medicaid, or you don't want to take Blue Cross Blue Shield because it pays too low. You can also close those off and not accept those. You can go in and you can accept one. You can go in, it could accept 6 insurance panels. You get to choose, and I love the autonomy that they give you. There's no judgment, there's no pressure, none of that. They ask you, hey, these are all the ones you can accept. Which ones would you like to work with? Which ones would you like to accept? So maybe you're in a city or state where the referrals, the natural referrals, just come easy for you without even having to have all of that. And you may say, okay, well, United Health pays the most. I only want to do that one. You literally can do that. You literally can just accept just the one. Or you can go in like I did and accept almost all of them. I think Medicaid is the only one I didn't sign up for. And I think that's very, very new to the platform anyways. But for the most part, I think I'm signed up with almost all of them. So it gives you a bigger, range of people that you can accept because everybody has such different insurances. So I wanted to make this updated video because I remember getting out of school myself, getting my LPCA. Things hit the ground with the LPCAs can now, go into business for themselves and don't have to be in group practices, thinking, how in the world am I going to do this? It is so scary to walk away from this salary job not knowing, because I'm kind of shy. I'm not one of those get out there and walk into a building and talk to people kind of person. And I thought, how in the world am I going to make this happen? And then I learned about Headway, and I learned about it from a group on Facebook for therapists. So it has been very beneficial for me. There's many other ones out there. I think there's like Therapy Den and Psychology Today and all of those, but they don't credential you with insurance panels. They just are referral systems. Headway is both. It is a EHR. It is a referral system, and it's also insurance paneling. You can't beat that, guys. You can't. They've never ripped me off. They've never gypped me. I've seen all kinds of crazy stuff online, and I don't understand it because I've never experienced any of it. And I'm sorry to anybody who has, because it just shouldn't be like that, because I have not experienced that. Again, there is a learning curve to reach customer service, but once you reach them, I've never not had my issue, problem, or question answered or resolved. I also think it's pretty easy on the customer service side for the customers, the clients, because I've had to have them call in and fix some issues themselves too. And they've never had a problem doing that on their end as well, which is really good because you want your clients to be able to rectify things on their own and not put that necessarily on your plate. So if you are wanting to get into private practice, if you are wanting to or thinking about leaving your 9 to 5, if you want a side hustle in the evening, honey, because let's say you love your job, which, oh my gosh, I'm so happy for you if that is you, because you have steady income. And if they don't have anything on deck where you can't work for yourself in the evening, which is best case scenario, because then you have your salary job and your own private prac on the side, which is really good. Headway is even good for even if you want like that side hustle, that extra income coming in. It's really good for you. You could have 1 or 2 clients in the evening, weekend clients if you wanted to, if your job is a Monday through Friday, and have your own business on the side. It is worth it. If you're an LPCA coming right out of school and you don't have to work but you want to, this is going to be good for you. It will take care of the insurance part of it for you. So I just wanted to stop through because it's been on my mind and my heart to share that with others, because nobody helped me along the way. I had to figure this all out myself through like research and platforms and Google and all of that kind of stuff. So I just wanted to share with all of my fellow therapists out there that are coming out of school or wanting to get away from their traditional 9 to 5, where they're like throwing clients at you by the droves, and you kind of want to be able to see clients in your own way, your own capacity. Headway is a good place to start, guys. I don't know what all the extra stuff is out there online because I've not experienced that, and I'm not saying it's not real. I'm just saying I haven't experienced it, but it's been a very helpful platform for me. I've gotten some awesome clients through there before. I've gotten some not so great clients from there before, but I mean, that is just life, right? That people are people. And so the platform has been very beneficial for me, and I probably could not have done private prac without it, for sure. So I am going to leave a link down in the description box for you to click on. I do know that if you click that link, you will get $100 once you actually sign on. It's like a little $100 sign-on bonus. You get a bonus and I get a bonus as well. If you get into this, then you get the same referral system for yourself where you can go and refer other people, other therapists as well. I will also leave the Simple Practice link in there, the EHR that I chose. I'm a researcher and a reviewer, and so I really read reviews and really research, and Simple Practice was the best one for me. So I will leave that link as well down there if you want to check out Simple Practice. They have several options for you to choose from. I do know that syncing of the calendars, you have to go like a step above where I am. I chose the lowest one, where it does allow me to, I can see clients, I can message clients, I can schedule clients, I can, do all the basics. I just can't sync my calendar to my other calendars because that's like a plan up. But I will leave that also in the description for you. Those two together, that has been like chef kiss for me. But again, if you are struggling and you don't have the extra money for that, and you're like, I'm leaving this platform and I need to have like the lowest cost I can get walking out the door, then just do Headway. It has everything you need. You don't have to go to a separate platform. I had just already tried a free trial, because they will give you a free trial of Simple Practice. I had already tried the free trial and I loved it. I was like, man, I don't want to switch over. I've already got notes in there, which is probably how they get you. I've already got notes in there. I've already scheduled and clients in there. All the information's in there. I don't want to switch over. I'll just stick with it and pay for it. But if you want to cut costs, you don't need it. You can just literally stick with Headway. Everything is there you need. You can message them, you can schedule them, you can process them through insurance. You can, you can do anything. You can put your notes there. It's all there. You don't need another platform unless you want to. So again, the link will be in the description box for you. If you have any questions about anything I've said, or just about like the private practice process, please drop it in the comments. Listen, I am one of those influencers where I do answer my comments. It is my pet peeve for people to get on this platform, get questions and not answer them. So I do actually respond and answer mine. Now, keep in mind, I am a mom and a new mom. So I have an older child and a younger baby. So I'm a mom and I have my own private practice and I'm a one-stop shop. I don't have any help. So it might take me a moment because I have several irons in the fire, but I will respond to you. I will get back to you. I will not leave you alone, especially if you're clicking on my referral link and you're like, hey, Tiffany, I have this question. I am not that girl. I absolutely had somebody do that to me. We're like, hey, if you use my link, I'll help you along the way. That girl didn't help me not one bit. As soon as I used her link, she ghosted me. I am not that girl, okay? I will help you whether you use my link or not. But for sure, if you're clicking on my link and you're putting food in my child's mouth, I'm going to help you. So just know that I wish you well on your journey. If you're coming out of school, congratulations. I'm happy for you. I hope that you find the perfect place to get your licensure. For those that are getting ready to transfer out of the group practice realm, or maybe just adding on in the evening, again, congratulations. It is not an easy thing to do. It is literally stepping out on faith, but it's doable. You can do it, especially if you have any kind of support. But I don't even have that support, and I still was able to do it. There's nobody there, guys. Nobody there. So just me and my kids, and I still was able to step out on faith and make that happen and do it. So it's been some scary times, like all therapists, even in group practice, summertime slow down drastically. And again, I'll talk about that in another video, but it has been, I've been proud of myself, and it has had some many rewarding moments, and Headway has definitely been part of that success. So if you're looking for something to put on deck to help you, if you've been wondering about Headway, it's a yes for me. It's a yes for me. So I hope this has helped you in some capacity. Thank you for clicking and watching this video. Again, guys, I didn't take notes. I just kind of went off the top of my head. So if you have further questions, please do let me know. I will try my best to answer them if they are within my knowledge base of Headway to answer. I've been with them again for a little over a year, and so I will try to answer the best I can. Nothing against Alma at all. I've heard great things about Alma. I just wouldn't want to pay $125 a month starting out for Alma. So I choose and opt to stick with Headway. That's it. That's all. Some people do both. So if you have the means to do both, because they're both referral feeder systems for you. And I think they are both credentialed with different insurance panels. A little bit of difference. So. But anyways, I'm here if you need me. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.